Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring. This episode is being recorded on Tuesday, July the 5th, 2022, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So I'm greeting you here and not in-game for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, because I've not started the game yet, so I don't know what's gonna greet me when I do, so I just figured I would greet you here instead. And second, because welcome to my new office. If you watched my recent channel update, you know that my wife and I were in the process of moving, and then I was, at that point in time, still looking for a PS5. So something like 5 or 6 or 7 weeks have passed, and we're not fully settled yet. However, I have been able to find a PS5 as well as Elden Ring. So here we are. So again, for context, I've installed Elden Ring, but I've not yet started the game. The game has been out for months, but I've been actively avoiding spoilers, which hasn't been all that difficult because I've been working nonstop since the game came out. If you'd like to know exactly where my starting point is as far as my knowledge of the game, I would recommend checking out my guest appearance on The Elden Wait, which is a series that was done by the Lore Hunter here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to it in the video description below. Because I watched the trailer, I believe it was the cinematic trailer, in preparation for that guest appearance, but since that time I've not seen anything, including the gameplay trailer, so I really have no idea what we're about to get into, but here we are. I'm very excited to get started, like tremendously excited. Shout out to those of you who have supported the channel on Patreon, without whom would not have been able to afford PS5 or Elden Ring, so thank you kindly. But again, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, well, I've spent something like the last 90 minutes to 2 hours testing gameplay capture, and of course I haven't been doing that in Elden Ring because again, I've still not launched the game. I've been using Dark Souls 3 to test the game. I'm making a lot of assumptions here because I'm afraid of Googling things. I'm afraid of asking on Twitter or anywhere really for advice because I just don't want... Yeah, people are not always as careful perhaps as they should be about spoilers. I was unintentionally, I'm sure, spoiled about the fact that this is an open world game. I think someone left a comment to that effect on my channel update video, but in any case, I'm rambling already and we're not even 5 minutes into the playthrough. But yeah, I don't know if my settings, if my PC is going to be good enough to, in fact, I know it's not good enough for 1080 60, but I am assuming the game runs at 1080 60, that is to say, at 1920 by 1080 in terms of the resolution and 60 frames per second in terms of the frame rate. So I have set up my recording setup. I've set up OBS for something like 1440 by 860 or something like that. So it's between 1080p and 720p, but solid 60 frames per second. So as the playthrough goes on, I guess I will see about continuing to increase the quality as we go, and hopefully, yeah, you all enjoy. It was a necessary concession to ensure that, again, the frame rate runs at a somewhat decent and constant rate, and that I'm able to enjoy the gameplay experience and that you're able to enjoy the viewing experience. I won't be talking through some of the early cutscenes. I'm just thinking about all the different qualifiers I need to get out of the way. I won't be talking through some of the early cutscenes because I'll be absorbing the story for the first time myself. So please forgive me for that, but I will remember to provide my commentary and thoughts on the boss fights as I'm going through them because I have in the past forgotten to do that while doing blind playthroughs. So here we go. Oh. Right, okay. I need to insert the disc. 1 second. Here's to hoping that I put the disc in the right way, because the correct orientation is not entirely clear to me. I'm suspecting I did not put it in the correct way. Whoops, okay, give me 1 second. Oh, I love EULAs. I love user agreements. For the sake of the viewing experience, I'm going to fast forward through me reading every single line of the EULA before I sign away my life to FromSoft. Namco Bandai, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm loving the sound of the music thus far. Wow, okay. Consent is optional. Yeah, you know what? I don't typically agree to these, but FromSoft, you can have my data, that's fine. Welcome to the online multiplayer world of Elden Ring. This game allows you to connect online to experience a variety of elements that enrich the single-play experience. The classic broken English of FromSoft games is here. In order to play online, your console must be connected to the internet. Also, depending on your network environment, summoning and matching by invasion may not work properly, so there are invasions, that's good to know. Please check the online software manual for details. Good stuff. We are going to want to check out the system menu. We don't want auto lock on. We want blood subtitles. Okay, I think I might skip through some of this. Just so this entire episode isn't me. I'm already probably going to spend way too much time on the character creation, so... for HUD, the default option is auto. I'm going to leave that on, I think. Show tutorials, sure, for now. Adjust brightness. Block your summon sign in worlds with adversaries present. Okay, that's interesting. So you can sort of cut yourself off from ganking. That's an interesting option. I'm going to enable that. Not that I'm really going to be dropping my sign anyway, but voice chat restricted. Character name or online ID? Let's say character name. Launch setting, play online. Yeah, I've thought about this a lot in the last couple of months as to whether or not I want to play online immediately. I'm leaning towards playing online simply because, you know, it's part of the experience. I may be spoiled with some things insofar as there are orange soapstone type messages on the floor, but you know what? The game is meant to be played online. We're probably going to get obliterated by people because everyone has obviously been playing this game since launch. Maybe not everyone, but certainly many people have been playing this since launch. And yeah, that does not include me. So in terms of the buttons, oh wow, they're fully, if not fully rebindable, at least somewhat rebindable. That's interesting. Oh, and I can see why. Because the X button is jump. Use item is... Okay, that's gonna be... I know X was jump in Sekiro, but my muscle memory is very much tied to Souls, which has the action button as being... Yeah, that's really tough. Okay, yeah. We're gonna switch that around. Probably going to regret that, but... Okay, friends, here we go. Let's do it. No. Thank you, FromSoft. I just spent a whole lot of time doing this. I appreciate you narrowing it down to the most essential options, but... Oh, man. Okay, now they're just taking you through everything. Alrighty then. Okay, so we have a vagabond, a warrior, hero, bandit, astrologer, prophet. So intelligence and faith, seemingly. Oh, samurai. That's pretty cool. This helmet is ghastly. What's going on there? I want to say that that's probably based in some sort of historical... it's hideous though. Confessor. So is this like... What are they called? An Inquisitor? Or a Knight a Templar Knight or something like that? I feel like... Yeah. Anyways, what are the attributes we got here? Okay, so the Wretch is, deprived, basically. I want to say they were called Wretch in Dark Souls 2 as well. I can't remember, but the Samurai has high dex, as one might expect. Prophet is... Oh, okay, so there's Intelligence, Faith, and Arcane. That's interesting. What does Arcane mean? It's time for our first Fun with Definitions. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the graphics or anything just because, I don't really have time. This playthrough is going to be relatively low-tech or lo-fi in comparison to some of my other playthroughs, just because that's the only way I'll have time to do it. But I do have my phone here to my left, with which I'm going to be looking up definitions every now and then. And arcane means understood by few, mysterious, or secret. So that's interesting. So sort of like in Bloodborne, the whole idea in Bloodborne is these eldritch truths, which very few people have access to. Arcane, but it's in the same spot as you would expect something like attunement to be in Dark Souls. So I'm going to assume that that's attunement. Although, having said that, the Bandit has 14 arcane, which I don't know why they would need that for. Yeah. It's nice that both bandits have face masks this time, as opposed to just the female bandit. Hero has an axe. Warrior. Gosh, I'm really torn here, friends. I'm not really sure what to pick. I typically lean towards quality builds, as you all likely know if you've seen my playthroughs before. I'm very intrigued by the Confessor, but as well as by the Prisoner. Prisoner, it looks like, has a small shield. Okay. Let's make up our mind here, Aegon. Okay, I'm running out of time already. I basically had all day today. Spent some time recording the intro, spent some time doing testing on the setup. And I'm going to have to go in about an hour and a bit. So, yeah, I'm going to have to make up my mind here. Apologies if you're looking for a quick playthrough. This is going to be the antithesis of that. I'm going to take my very, very sweet time with this game. Simply because, I don't know how many playthroughs, if any, I'll be able to do after this game. This might be... I hate to say it, this might be my last hurrah, and I'll go through the reasons for that over the course of this playthrough. I'll update you all on everything that's happening in my life, but there's a lot going on for me right now. It looks like the weapon they have is sort of like an S-stock for the Prisoner, and this one looks like it's a longsword. This one looks like a scimitar, but it's a dual-wielded weapon, this one. So, yeah, I'll go with the Vagabond. I'm just going to be very vanilla. Medium shield. It looks like they also have, for some reason, a halberd, but yeah, whatever. Body type. So it's interesting that they don't say male or female. I appreciate that. But it's still a bit dichotomous. There are not only two body types. Oh no, okay. I suspected this was coming. But yeah, now I need to really decide how much time I want to spend. You know what? I'm just going to enjoy this. If it takes me a couple of years to put out this playthrough, so be it. Those of you who have been out here for a while, those of you, I should say, who have been on this channel for a while, if you've seen any of my blind playthroughs, you know that all of my blind playthroughs, the name for the build is always the same, and that is Regret. And the reason for that is essentially, that's what I should call this episode. I was trying to think earlier, what should I call this episode? I think I'll call it Regret. And the reason for that is that, it's a blind playthrough. Typically, when I do a blind playthrough of a game, it's not going to be my only playthrough of the game. So, you are going to regret things. You are going to do things that maybe you wouldn't do in subsequent playthroughs. But the whole idea behind calling the build regret is essentially that you're going to regret things, but that's okay. It's fine. It's okay to learn things. It's okay to screw up, especially in the context of a blind playthrough in a Souls game. So that's why our friend is going to be named Regret. I don't know if I can call myself young anymore, seeing as I'm, oh gosh, how old am I? I'm 36. So you're getting old and you have to actually think about it. Origin... No, so I don't know. I guess, yeah, it was sort of like a intro to give you a sense of each character, but the 3D models give you a much better 3D models give you a much better sense of what you're getting. Very interesting, all of this stuff. I imagine from a lore perspective, there's a lot going on here. This person would have seemingly escaped an execution. They also have a shackle on their left ankle. Oh, the samurai is like... I do love the armor, but, doesn't rule out the possibility of finding the armor. I don't want to start with 15 dexterity, but... Oh god, it's a dreadful helmet. It looks like, yeah, the person got into a nasty scrap. Okay, yeah, we're going to stick with the Vagabond keepsake. So our gift. Yeah, this is... I shouldn't be surprised by this, of course. I expected this, but it's very Souls-esque thus far. A medallion inlaid with crimson amber increases maximum HP. Lands between rune. The gold of grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between. Used to gain many runes. So this is something that I was led to understand in a comment when I was asking about whether I should hold out for the next gen version, whether I should hold out until I could get a PS5. That the runes is a feature, or the runes are features which are not present in the previous gen version of the game. I don't know how true that is or what that actually means, but runes are used to gain many runes. Oh, okay, so runes are souls? Lands between rune, the gold grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands. Yeah, so that has to be souls. Okay, so I don't know. Again, this is why some comments where I'm just like, you could just not say that. Just say there are features missing. And leave it at that. But yeah, because now I'm like, what does this mean? A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to enhance sacred flasks. So, enhance sacred flasks. So that's either an additional charge of whatever the flask is, the Estus flask, or it increases the amount of healing associated with each swig. The ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. Okay, interesting. So, in Dark Souls 3, at least, ashes were associated with memory. If my memory serves correctly. So I don't know what that means. Cracked pot. 3 strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. So, somehow meant... So this is like to determine how many throwables you have, like alluring skull type items. Perhaps you can improve your pot to improve how many consumables you can carry with you. That's very interesting. 2 stone keys shaped like swords. Breaks the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. Is that for some sort of chalice dungeon? 5 secret branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Miquella. Boiled prawn. 5 pieces of boiled prawn, or shrimp. Boosts physical damage negation. Shabriri's woe. The crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out. Attracts enemies' aggression. So that's the alluring skull. And I'm looking at the icon over on the right, and yeah, it looks kind of gruesome. Okay, I really have no sense. I'm going to assume that this medallion is a ring. The lands between rune, I'm going to assume that's a soul. Golden seed, that really has to be the best one. That has to be our choice. The ashes of small diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. That could be humanity. Cracked pot. Don't really need consumables all that much. Stone sword key. 2 stones shaped like swords. So that could be like a chalice dungeon type thing. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Miquella. Who's physical? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with the golden seed. It seems like the one that just has the most long-term utility. Okay. As I said, I wasn't sure whether I was gonna spend a ton of time on this, but just looking at this, oh man, they're really tempting me to do something here. Okay, let's read the descriptions. Warrior, the most common face among the Tarnished. So the Tarnished, I presume, are the Hollow, essentially, or Hollow equivalents in this story. After all, they were all warriors once. So I wonder, like at FromSoft HQ, when they're coming up with a new game, do they just have like a whiteboard and on it they just write, okay, undead, and then with a header at the top that says Dark Souls, and then the next one, Elden Ring. So what are we gonna call the undead in this game? I don't know. Miyazaki-san. What about Tarnished? Wow, that's great. Good job. Yeah, I like it. Write it down. And then they just go through, because they really do. They have their template and they stick to it, which is fine. It's funny to me. It's interesting, I should say, how closely they stick to that very specific template. And they're very seldom do they deviate from it. In any case, the face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to truth. So austere is like someone who's cheap, I think. Austerity is associated with like retracting public spending in macroeconomic context. So austere pilgrim, someone who maybe not cheap, but someone who only expends the energy they need to. I don't know. Aristocrat, a regal face found among those who claim noble blood in the lands between. So this idea of the lands between I find very interesting. Presuming I assume that's the Lordran, that's the Dranglake, the Lothric of this game, the Yarnum of this game, the lands between. So it's a liminal space, a space between lands between other things, and what they're between, I'm interested to tease out. I was going to say discover, but I don't know how easily that discovery is going to come about. So, face found, this is the loner, face found among a proud and seclusive tribe of folk well versed in ancient legends and heresies alike. Seclusive. So secluded is really sort of shut out from or far away, distant from other places. Reclusive is someone who shuts themselves out from the outside. So what is seclusive? I've never heard that word before. So I just looked it up. Seclusive is tending to seclude, especially oneself, or causing or providing seclusion. Okay, I don't know what that accomplishes that reclusive doesn't, but yeah. That's the loner. Northerner, a face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving north. Some say they're descended from giants. Seafarer, the face of one who wanders the seas in search of their home in the lands between. Reedlander, a face from the faraway isolated land of reeds, where blood is a familiar sight. Draconian, the stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. So that is a complete inversion from Dark Souls, of course, because if they're descended, people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. Of course, the dragons are associated in Dark Souls lore with everlasting life, so that's interesting. Nightfolk, the features of those known as Nightfolk. Few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. So they're kind of like the Canehurst people of this game? I don't know. Interesting. Newman, the face of the Newman, supposed descendants of denizens of another world, long-lived but seldom born. Okay, I don't know who to go with here. They all have the potential to make kind of a funny face, because I can't just make a normal character. Like, it's been too long since I've been able to use FromSoft's character creation engine to hilarious effect. And, I realize, and I apologize in advance, that this is going to really perhaps detract from some of the more serious cutscenes in this game, and make them look a bit silly, but I just can't help myself. So we're going to start with the Nightfolk as our template, and then we're going to go from there. So which one has the greatest potential for silliness? I would say either the young or the aged, but I'm going to go young, and then I'm going to give us the aged voice. Okay, that's good. I am impressed already. Because, yeah, this is, it looks like they've really embraced the ridiculousness of some of the... I can't wait to show this to the trash man, because, yeah, he's gonna love this. It's quite something. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so we have to come up with some sort of system. I'm going to say left, left, right. So, bone structure, okay. Some of these will require some input, but where they don't, I'm going to say left, and then left, and then right. Oh my god, how did feminine make the eyes? I don't even know how that relates to feminine characteristics, but yep. Let's keep going. So that was left, left, right. So now left, left, and right. Oh no. Left, left, right. Oh, friend, I apologize in advance for what I'm doing to you. It's not kind, it's not loving, it's not what you deserve, but, your name is Regret for a reason. Oh, no. Oh, no. What am I doing? Why am I doing this to him? This is not, like I said, not nice. Left, left, right. Left. Oh no. It's getting bad. Okay, so where did I left off on left, so I'm very strictly adhering to this. So, and this next one is right, and then two lefts. Oh no. Right. And two lefts. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh no, friend, what happened? Okay, right. Oh, it's just getting worse. How is it even possible that this is getting worse? See, this is what I really missed in Sekiro. That was the last FromSoft game, of course, that I did a blind playthrough of. I really missed this aspect of it. Getting to, roleplay your own character and, of course, create abominations that should never exist. Oh, man, this, not kind. So we need one more left. Left, right. Now left, right, left. Whoa, it's so sad. I can't even talk properly. My face is like this. When you try living like this, it's not fun. Also, I'm gonna try and push up my own nose here. Also, it makes you talk like that. I can't even do it. Okay, one more left. Oh. I apologize to basically everyone watching this. This is truly dreadful. The fact that you all waited for... I don't know how long it's been since this game has come out. It came out in March, didn't it? Or was it April? It's been at least 2 or 3 months. And yeah, this is what you're all getting after all that time waiting. So again, I apologize, but I don't... I can't even talk at all because my mouth is I don't even know where my lips are. My lips are missing completely. What's happening here? Okay, right, and then left, and left. Oh, it's still getting worse and worse. See, is a man, I was gonna say, it looks like he has a mandible, but all humans have mandibles, so I don't know. Looks like an elite from Halo, just the way their mouths are shaped. Oh, man. Okay, so we're starting right here, and then left, and right. Oh, okay, friend, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Okay, what are we gonna do in terms of hair? It's gotta be something that accentuates our friend's features. Oh, this is... Oh, it's gotta be a bob, doesn't it? It really does. It's... I feel so bad while doing it, but I honestly can't resist. I think it has to be the bob. Yeah, it's gotta be the bob. Okay, in terms of the hair color, let's, we gotta pick something that really complements. I'm not sure if that's it, but sure, let's go with that. Luster. That's a new slider. Does that determine how... I'm not seeing a tremendous difference. I'm wondering if that determines how much it moves. Let's go left. Change the root darkness. Left and then right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll make it... I'll cheat on this one a little bit. Make it 3/4 so it's just got... So or make our friend a silver daddy. It's I say this, I'm making fun, but I have many more gray hairs than I did a year ago, so... Oh, okay. The trouble here... Can't even really see the eyebrows. I'll go with no eyebrows. Facial hair. You know, the funny thing is I'm going to go through all of this, and then I'm going to want to use the randomizer. And I'm very intrigued to see if the game itself is capable of coming up with something more horrifying than this guy. Give him a 5 o'clock shadow. Why not? Oh man, okay. Luster, Root Darkness, White Hairs. Wow, they really have stepped up the character creation engine. I really do greatly appreciate that. Okay, he's got to have long, lush eyelashes. That goes without saying, I think. And they have to be white. Okay, eyes. Oh gosh, okay. Left. They have to be white. Left. Oh, you can make the eyes cloudy. Wow, okay. That's interesting. But yeah, going with the left, left, right, it's gotta be not cloudy. So no point in setting the cloud in color because they're both clear. Right eye, white color. And then right eye position. This is all the way to the right, isn't it? Oh gosh. Friend. Oh, friend, I'm so sorry that I've done this to you. I really am. Okay. So we've gone left, left, right. Okay, so this is left. What is this? Left iris color. We should make this bright green, actually. Yeah, that looks good. Don't need any clouding color. No clouding color. Oh no, left, left. Okay, yeah, that is left, left, and then okay, and then right. It just so happens that both the eye positions are all the way to the far side. Okay, next we have skin features. Wow, we're 45 minutes into this particular recording, probably close to an hour into the episode itself, maybe 50 minutes in, and we've not even made it past the character creation. Again, I apologize sincerely to those of you who were expecting a quick playthrough. That's not what I do. But even the last playthrough I did, I don't think I was this indulgent as far as silliness goes. But, you know, it's been a while since I've done a playthrough, and I feel like indulging in the silliness. So I hope you will all forgive me if you are of the mindset that I should you should just get to it. He looks glam, I gotta say. He's ready to go out for a night on the town. Oh, did I just cancel it? I canceled it. Okay. Now let's head back. Cosmetics. Oh wow, so there's cosmetics in addition to what I just did. Okay, left. Eyeliner color. This has got to be black, doesn't it? I'm gonna make it green. Let's make it green. Left. Make all of this green. I'm sure I'm breaking some makeup laws here. I apologize. I'm not entirely familiar with some of these rules and best practices, I should say, as far as makeup is concerned. But left, left, right. This is left. Cheek color. Let's say yellow. Oh, but the slider's all the way over there, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, okay, I'm gonna cheat for this one. Just because I want some yellow lipstick. Okay, that's... Okay, tattoo/mark. I really wish there were a heart. And it looks like all of them are, you know what? Maybe we should just go without the hair. I think we should go without the hair. It obscures too much of our... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. That's, we should go without the hair. It obscures too much. Our guy is... Regret is quite beautiful. And we really need to just show off as much of the beauty as we possibly can. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that looks like the dark side from Dark Souls 3, except on our... It looks circular on the image to the left, but our friend's face is so distorted, it actually looks like it's sort of like a diamond shape. Okay, I'm not crazy about any of these, really. But, yeah, I'll go with that just for maximum absurdity. Oh, except left, left, right is going to mess this up even more. It's going to be on his neck. Oh, it's like completely gone. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Okay, so I will cheat for this one. Let's put it... Okay. Okay, yeah, let's... Oh, goodness me. This is... Oh, regret. I regret this. An eye patch as well. You know, we really should go with this, just to... so that Regret doesn't get to see... Oh, we should have started here, so that Regret doesn't get to see all this stuff we're doing to his... Yeah, his body. We should, yeah. Sorry, friend. I really, I'm really sorry. Okay, so we're gonna, before we do some randomizing, because I do want to see whether the game is capable of coming up with something even more ridiculous than this. Yeah, I'm glad that the favorites feature has returned from Bloodborne, and I want to say it was also in Dark Souls 3, but I don't really recall. Bloodborne was really the last game where I spent a ton of time creating... Well, no, that's not actually true. I spent a ton of time with the character creation in Dark Souls 3 as well, but less time doing cinematic lore type videos. So, hence, although, oh gosh, we still have more. Okay, that was just the face and the hair. We still have more sliders to go. So it's going to be left, left, right, left, left. Oh, this is going to change in line with that. So that kind of messes us up a little bit, but that's okay. Left, left, right. Oh, that's... He's got a guitar in his back, too. Okay. Musculature. No, I think he's better like this. Yeah. Okay, we'll... We're gonna save that one more time. I don't recall what I was saying. Yeah, in Dark Souls 3, I didn't spend as much time doing cinematic lore videos as I did in Bloodborne, which, you know, I spent a lot of time creating the likes of Gehrman and Edgar, Choir Intelligencer, I should say. So I spent a lot more time trying to fine-tune characters in that game than I did in Dark Souls 3, even though I did also spend a fair amount of time in Dark Souls 3. So, in any case, let's start altering based on the similar, the similar face feature. So I'm going to start working on this, and I'll see you all in a bit. All right, I'm really quite afraid of what we're going to see. Back in the day, I would have spent probably like half an hour just mashing the X button to get something truly and spectacularly frightening, but I'm keen to actually start playing the game. So I went for about 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. So let's have a look. Here comes the big reveal, and I've not been looking at the faces as they appeared on the similar face screen. So this is a surprise for me as much as it is for you. Gosh, this is a tough decision. I don't know. I don't know which one is worse or better. Oh, this is, yeah, that's a look. That's a look. Oh, they're both so beautiful and ugly at the same time. You know what? I'm going to save them both. And let's see. How can we... Yeah, you know what? I think we'll stick with the original Regret. As much as that's disappointing. But anyways, that's... he looks quite tarnished. I think it's time that we actually got started here. Because again, I'm running out of time with which to play today. So yeah, let's get started. Here we go, friends.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless, a tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
You know, I'm left wondering about the extent of George R.R. Martin's influence on this game. Because I know George R.R. Martin is obviously a huge Tolkien fan. And yeah, was this game, insofar as he did have a significant influence on it, was this game his outlet to sort of create a Tolkien-esque story? Because the whole idea of the ring being shattered strikes me as a very Tolkien thing, or at least it's reminiscent of Lord of the Rings, the story of Lord of the Rings for me, but I don't really know all that much about the story of the Lord of the Rings. I've seen the movies a couple times, but even then I was not really super into them. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack. In terms of the HUD, I'm immediately struck by the presence of a compass, which seems a very provincial sort of thing to have in a FromSoft game, because the idea of a compass is based on a world where there's a magnetic north, magnetic pole, where a world conforms to ideas and constant laws of physics, or insofar as they're not constant, as in space-time and relativity, that, you know, to some degree we have the ability to mathematically determine how these things change, such as, you know, the flow of time and how quickly or slowly time moves based on how close we are to a massive object. And so in that context, and, you know, again, I know I was somewhat spoiled about the fact that this game has an open world in it, but the mere idea of a compass, and maybe we're not supposed to think about it, but the idea of a compass in a FromSoft game is weird to me, because it suggests that the lands between are governed by natural laws that make sense. Whereas the Souls games have always very much been, I guess you could probably think of examples in which that's not the case, but I'm thinking especially of Dark Souls 3, in which the laws of physics just don't make sense anymore. The world is collapsing in on itself. But yeah, so that's what jumps out at me, just looking at the HUD, what I can see anyway, because of course I have auto HUD on. As far as the menu goes, we have equipment. With the equipment menu, you can, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have the tutorial thing on. So the longsword, a straight sword with a double-edged blade. In addition to its reliable standard damage, this weapon also boasts powerful piercing attacks, a superbly balanced armament. Skill, square off. This skill starts with the sword held level. Follow up with a normal attack to splash upwards through enemy's guard, or a strong attack to perform a running thrust. Halberd, a long-handled polearm that combines the functions of both axe and spear. Can be used to press a single enemy with continuous thrusting attacks, or swept at groups taking advantage of its great reach and cleaving blade. a versatile weapon for any situation. Skill, charge forth. Quickly charge forward with the armament at the hip, carrying the momentum into a thrust. Hold to cover a greater distance. Heater shield, a medium-sized metal shield, comparatively easy to handle. Metal shields reliably negate physical damage when guarding a trait which made them highly trusted on the battlefield. I was disoriented momentarily by the ghost that looked like it was attacking something next to me. It scared me, making me think that I was in imminent danger there. Skill parry, use this. Okay, yeah. What else do we have? We have the Vagabond Knight Helm. Helm of a knight, banished from their motherland, dirty and battered after enduring a lengthy vagabond journey. The visor is broken and can no longer be lowered. Metal armor is heavy, but also sturdy, offering significant damage negation. I'm still getting used to the controls. Oh. Whoops. What am I doing? Chest piece of a knight banished from their motherland, dirty and battered after enduring a lengthy vagabond journey. The crest emblazoned on the front is worn and dingy, no longer able to evoke sentiment. Metal armor is heavy but also sturdy, offering significant damage negation. It looks like they all have the same description, more or less. Okay, what else do we have? Memory of Grace, the memory of first grace, which once guided bygone tarnished to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to last sight of grace visited. So the site of grace is the bonfire, presumably. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring. Become the Elden Lord. It says it's merely a cycle. The item that I'm looking at does not look like a cycle, though. It looks like a rift. It's reminiscent sort of in the things betwixt, the rift that you see in the along the horizon. Yeah. Golden Seed. Wow, that's quite the item illustration. I can't really work out what that's supposed to be. A golden seed found at the base of an illusory tree increases a sacred flask's number of uses, can be used after resting at a site of grace. When the Elden Ring was shattered, these seeds flew from the Erd tree, scattering across the various lands as if life itself knew that its end had come. Okay, that looks like it's it. As far as status goes... Our guy is really... it's some serious regret there. With the multiplayer menu, you can use various multiplayer items. If you set a group password, okay. Interesting. Oh, so you can have multiple different... That's actually quite helpful. Multiple different passwords. Yeah, it looks like they've put a lot of thought into this, as far as gestures go. So again, I've disabled the... Oh, and the pouch. So the pouch actually has items associated with different things on the D-pad. That's interesting. I've disabled the motion detection. So this isn't lose all runes or return. Okay, so this is the dark sign. I want to see what happens if you use it right away, because we don't have any souls anyway. What are they called in this? Runes. We don't have any runes, so let's see. Okay, nothing really seems to have changed. First off, are you ready? Yes. What do I press to upvote this? Okay, so it looks like what I did by returning there was I enabled the player messages, seemingly. Sacrifice required ahead. If only I had a friend. Interesting. Thank you all very kindly for being here with me. I know it's been many, many months, and you've probably seen many people make their way through the... Whoa, there's a map? You've probably seen many, many people already make their way through this game. The fact that you're here with me, several months after the game has already been out, it means a lot, and I hope you know I don't take it for granted that you're here. Map menu. With the map menu, you can check your current position and terrain and buildings in the surrounding area. You can also freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. So, like, the logical extension or expansion of the idea of prism stones, maybe? Lastly, through your map, you can select any site of grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done. That makes sense. Okay, wow, yeah, so this really is an open world game. Again, that would have been, like just knowing it's an open world game doesn't necessarily ruin anything for me, but it would be nice, would have been nice to have been able to discover that on my own. But why is there a blood stain here? Oh. So this is like the old Hunter's Workshop where everyone was killing themselves in front of the doll. So this is a developer message. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Tarnished the wizened finger. Try saying that 5 times fast. Tarnish the wizened finger. Tarnish, I can't even say it twice, let alone 5 times. Okay, so this is the soapstone. Used to write messages. Your messages will be conveyed to other worlds, allowing players to read them. A finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay, well, you all know what we need to do now. So let's get started. We have, okay, this is, I like this already. The less sense this makes, the better. Why is it always edge? By the way, bog. Oh. But how do I add the second word? Oh, bog, oh, bog. Okay. Why is it always edge? By the way, bog, oh bog. Again, I regret this already, but we did it, so it is what it is. Enemy ahead. Thank you, friend. Are we about to face the Northern Undead Asylum boss? Gosh, my memory really has gone. Wow. I'm thinking of the boss in the tutorial area of Dark Souls 1. And I can't even think about it. So this is the Elden Ring, then. Now, of course, we don't have binoculars or anything yet. Oh, gosh darn it. I wanted to admire it, but I assume that as soon as we enter, we're going to be in the midst of a boss fight. Oh, wow. Okay. So those of you watching this will not be seeing this in full fidelity. Because of course, I'm not recording this at a full 1080p. I am recording it at 60 frames per second, and hopefully with an acceptable bitrate. Again, I spent about an hour and a half testing, recording Dark Souls 3 footage, trying to get a good bitrate. So yeah, it's beautiful. You're not going to be seeing it in the same level of detail as I am, but hopefully it's at least Chapel of Anticipation. Okay, I wasn't anticipating that. Let me go around the corner here and see what looks like a friend over here, potentially. Seek precious item, therefore here, ahead. Thank you. Oh, okay, so that's shortcut exit. Yes, thank you for... Okay. I think it's time that I disabled the tutorial stuff. No jumping in. Okay, we're not going to go down just yet. I assume this is where the bonfire is? Liar. Beware of necessary item. Therefore, time for jumping. Oh, Dark Souls. Okay, we are fat rolling, so time to unequip our halberd. Okay, that's better. I don't know why I didn't check that earlier. Again, basically an hour into the episode, and we're only just now starting to get into gameplay, so my apologies to those of you who were expecting it to be a bit more snappy. It's not exactly my style, but nevertheless, I apologize. Okay, so I guess the only way is down. Not down there, that is, but I'm just checking out the scenery. So, yeah, we have some sort of castle. The Elden Ring... The Elden tree, I don't remember what it was called, the Elda tree. Up above the castle, the area appears to be embered. There's sort of a, not quite a void, it actually looks like water below us. And again, weirdly impossible space in spite of the very mundane... Oh, is that a quest marker also? Oh no, that's just the direction we're facing. I was really hoping that wasn't a quest marker. It seemed very Skyrim-esque. Speaking of which, how have they not released a proper Elder Scrolls game in, like, ages? More than 10 years at this point, I think. That looks like fall to the death. I'm waiting for enemies, our friends, to show up. It's eerily quiet here. Is this an illusory wall? No. Praise the message and then secret passage. So it has 9,000. That can't be right, but I'm gonna fall for it anyway. Oh, you. Okay, that's clever. I'll give that to them. That person is going to be getting free heals for ages, provided that it actually does that in this game. I wanted to check the HUD to see what we're missing by having it on auto. Oh, so that's the special thing, but pouch. I'm afraid of pressing up and consuming it. Okay. It didn't happen. I assume I'm supposed to press up and square at the same time, maybe? Whoa, yeah, I forgot you're supposed to... You can actually jump. I need to remember that going forward. Okay. Okay, I don't blame them for checking over there. Gosh, now I want to check too. The addition of jumping. Okay. Yeah. Can you double jump? No. Doesn't look that way. Okay, yeah, again, bear with me. I apologize. It's going to take some time for me to get it adjusted to everything. Everything is very new. Let there be dragon. I assume that's a reference to either the boss or Dragon Shrine in Dark Souls 2. Oh, I didn't put the HUD back on auto, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. No item ahead. I don't believe you. Ah, pursuit. Ah, I failed. Okay. Yep. I didn't believe him. Thank you, friend. You tried to warn me, but I was not having it. Tree. Okay. Time for a fight, I think. But I don't know how to use my pouch. And that could be an issue. Unless I'm just not supposed to be able to use it at this point, which is a distinct possibility. There's the fog. Oh. Hi, friend. Grafted Scion. So, many arms. What is a Scion? So, perhaps fittingly... Oh, gosh. I'm not going to last long here, am I? Oh, no. Yeah, I still don't know how to use healing. Perhaps fittingly, I drive a 2014 Kia Soul. And it's a very distinct looking car. Okay, I assume I was supposed to die. Or at least I wasn't expected to defeat the boss. Long story short, I drive a Kia Soul. One of the cars that looks quite like the Kia Soul is the Scion. So, yeah, not really sure what Scion means, but that person... Oh, Centaur, friend? Or is it just a horse?
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
What is this Golden Order? Flask of Crimson Tears. Flask of Cerulean Tears. It's time for fun with definitions. So scion means a young shoot or twig of a plant, especially one cut for grafting or rooting, or a descendant of a notable family. So I suppose it could be both, particularly given the reference to grafting or rooting, a young shoot of a twig or plant. So they were a grafted scion. But then couldn't you just call the boss Scion? Because it would mean the same thing. So it seems like kind of a redundant name. But yeah, anyways. That's what a Scion means. The whiteboard at FromSoft headquarters. Like, okay guys, we got Souls and Dark Souls. What do we got in Elden Ring? Oh, I know, Miyazaki-san, we got, I drive a Kia Soul. There's also a car that looks just like it called the Scion. So why don't we call it? No, but we can make it a grafted Scion for one of the bosses. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what these voices are. The Cave of Knowledge lies below. Patrolling required ahead. So, we have our flasks now. A sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rest at a site of grace to replenish. The one washed up on the gravesite was sure to die until this flask offered its gift of rejuvenation to seek the Elden Ring. Same description, except the one restores HP and the other one restores FP. So Vigor is HP, Fire Resistance and Immunity, Mind, his Focus, Endurance is Stamina, Robustness, Equipment Load, Strength is Strength and Dex, it is what it is. Intelligence is self-explanatory. Faith is also self-explanatory. Arcane, attribute governing discovery, also affects holy defense, vitality, and certain sorceries and incantations. So it's luck. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so everything else is more or less memory slots is attunement. Everything else is more or less the same. Why is it always dark indeed? I was just thinking that, like, maybe I should increase my brightness slightly. I left it on the default setting, but I might actually need to pump it up a bit because I'm struggling to see things. Maybe I'm just getting old. We have a ghost friend in this chair here. Hello. Okay, I assume it's supposed to be whispering and that I'm not supposed to actually be hearing what they're saying. Because if I am, then my dialogue is broken, or at least the preview audio that I'm hearing in my ears is problematic in some way, shape, or form. Also, interesting to note that when you're speaking to NPCs, your neck sort of cranes so that you're continually sort of looking in their direction. Whereas in past games, if you look at the camera, then your character would just look straight at the camera like this. But when I did it just now, the regret was actually continuing to look to the left. Okay. I'll do that in just a minute, friend. I just want to make sure there's nothing else around here, like this little mini Elden tree. Elda tree? Gosh, I can't remember what it was called. This, I assume, is going to be locked. Or not. Are we back where we started? Ah, bonfire! Lost grace discovered. That's interesting. It actually, like, cuts out for a second when you sit down. So we can upgrade our flask, increase amount replenished by flask. I assume we don't have the item for that. Oh. Wait a second. Oh yeah, we don't have a sacred tier, so I was thinking that we could actually use the upgrade material for both, but it looks like it's just the one. It's gonna say we don't have one. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was rather uneventful, but yeah, I'm not going to be using any FP focus points, whatever it's called, right at the start, so we'll leave that for now. Fully allocate that to our HP. You can pass time. Okay, that's really interesting. Memorize spell, its attunement. Sort chest, so bottomless box. Pass time. Wow, so there is actually a time of day system in this. Something else really interesting about the bonfire, the lost grace, or just grace, is that the figure that's sort of moving around there looks just like the humanity sprites in the Chasm of the Abyss in Dark Souls 1. As well as in the, the Royal Wood in the DLC, the figures that you see, the sort of statues and whatnot. Wow, that's a big person. The statues and whatnot that you see in the area immediately preceding the Ulasil Township. It looks just like that, which in turn I think looks like the humanity sprites. So take the plunge. Take the plunge. Do we want to take the plunge or do we want to keep going? Finger Severer, tarnished furled finger. Whoever came up with tarnished did not consider the contraction tarnished, because it's very awkward. Item for online play. So this is the dried finger. Creates a summons, or no, it's a white soapstone. Creates a summon sign for cooperative multiplayer. Arrive as a cooperator, furled finger, with the objective of defeating the area boss of the world to which you were summoned. A finger of corpse wax, furled like a hook. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Finger Severer. Item for online play. Use as a host of fingers to select a summoned player and send them back to the world. So this is the white separation, or the black separation crystal. Use when you have been summoned to another player's world to return to your own world. The phantom blade severs the link formed by a furled finger, but the maidens scorn those who abuse its use. Again, I remember in Dark Souls 1, I want to say it was, everyone was actually kind of concerned because there was this stern warning in the item description about not overusing the black separation crystal, but nothing actually happens. The only thing is it's meant as a sort of extra textual warning against the player of having good multiplayer etiquette. So yeah, this is a fog gate that we can't enter. I don't know whether we should take the plunge, go back and take the plunge, or proceed forward here. I want to say we should take the plunge, especially now that we've rested at the, site of grace. keep forgetting there's a jump function in this. Not that I think I've really come across any places where I can use it. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that new dialogue? Okay, maybe not. So is there no fall damage in this? I wonder if that taking the plunge is meant to hint to the player, hey, just so you know, there's no fall damage. Oh, another Site of Grace. Interesting. No point in resting, I don't think. That is not a friend. Well, it's a friend, but it's, you know, it's not a friend. Hi, friend. What you up to? Oh! We scared each other. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, it was way too early with that. You want to help me with my parrying, please? No! You're quite crafty with those delays, friend. You're strong, too. Oh, once again, you got me. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Partial parry with the second one, but this is not going well thus far. I apologize, everyone. Partial parry again. I didn't think that would hurt him so bad. Oh! I tried to one-hand the weapon so that I could riposte him with one hand, or with a two-handed weapon, but wait, so how do I... Oh, okay. Oh yeah, crouching's the thing. I forgot about that. So, how do you switch your weapon mode then? Is it... Do you hold? No? Okay. Okay, this is a problem. Because that's, again, another thing that's thoroughly ingrained. It's a muscle memory type thing. Switch left-hand armament. Oh, okay, that's going to be a problem. But, oh, okay, no, that's not what I was looking for. Switch item, switch sorcery, incantation. So can you just not change the orientation of your weapon? You can't one-hand or two-hand it? Yeah, that's, I'm sure I'm missing something. You hold it, double tap. Yeah, not sure. I need to get in the habit of not doing that, because I've been in the habit of doing that ever since Dark Souls 2. Because in Dark Souls 2, there was just enough time between parry and riposte where you had to sort of delay your attack. And so because of that, I got in the habit of two-handing my weapon before riposting. Gosh, yeah, they... I know this is intentional, almost certainly, on the part of the designers, but they really make it a bit more difficult to get the timing correctly, because they really delay their strikes. I was trying to... Is there a kick function or a guard break? But I keep pressing up and R1 and not getting it, so... Oh! Okay. Okay, I just need to parry and then riposte and stop getting cute with the two-handed thing. Hey friend, it's so dark in here. How do you see anything? Okay, can you not backstab? Or is it Bloodborne style backstabs? Maybe not. First off, sniper, therefore try rushing in. Thank you. Surprise attack ahead. Oh, hello. Acquire materials. Roa fruit. Friend, I hope you don't mind if I do a little reading here. There's a post-it note in this item I'd like to check out. Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs, material used for crafting items. Easily found everywhere in the lands between. It has a wide variety of uses. You know, it's funny I mentioned earlier Skyrim. Provided I didn't cut it out. I did mention Skyrim. After a while of playing Skyrim, you know, obviously walk around, you want to craft the all the different, what do they call them? You pick all the plants and then you can use them to create all these different concoctions. And then I would walk around in the actual world, IRL as it's often referred to, and be like, oh, I should pick some of these plants here. That'd be a great idea. And then I'm like, wait, I'm not playing Skyrim. I played that game a bit too much in my day, but that's okay. We're all young once. I'm not young anymore, unfortunately. Hi, friend. You got a nice little shield there. You gonna maybe hit me with your spear? Oh, that was a good one. You want to try again? See if you can get me again? I'm practicing my parrying. I'm not sure if you're aware. This is a new game for me. How long have you been here? Not very chatty, are you? Gosh, friend, if I knew how to break your guard, you would be in trouble. Alas, I don't, and you have quite the range. Oh. I guess you can break it, but just not in the way I was expecting. Didn't expect cave. Still no Elden Ring. Yeah, I think I'm getting towards the end of my available time today. I don't know when I'm next going to be able to record again. Today I just had a significant window of time with which to be able to record. I was talking about my Kia Soul earlier, which again, fitting car name given my affinity for the Souls games. I had to drop off the Kia Soul at my mechanic earlier today, which is, he's quite a distance away from where we're currently living, which, you know, friend, just walk around. There you go. Good job. But yeah, so it basically means when I need to drop the car off for something, it's an all day thing because I have to go in the morning, drop it off, come home, do whatever I need to do, and then he usually has it ready by the end of the day. I go back and pick up the car. So I haven't heard back from the mechanic yet, but I imagine I'm going to be getting a call soon because it's 3:52 and the place closes at 5:30. Okay, I guess we're just gonna... I'm talking about not having time and like still taking my time with these trash mobs. So... You gonna hit me, friend? Still haven't got a clean parry yet. No. It's not meant to be. Oh, gosh, that was not good. Oh! Panic parry. Oh, you can backstab. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, so I'm starting to get towards the end of my time, and typically in my blind playthroughs, in my playthroughs period, I liked to end the episodes, because of pacing. Anything you watch, pacing is very important. And that's something that I learned over the years of doing many, many playthroughs. And we're finally at the spot where that friend was shooting us from up above. And so, I don't know if I have the luxury anymore, unfortunately, of being able to create a playthrough with good pacing. Oh, friend, that was a good one. Now that I know backstab, it's a lot easier to just, take care of business that way. So yeah, this is definitely the tutorial area proper. A lot easier to backstab when you're not locked on, which I suppose is intentional, but praise the victory. So yeah, in any case, what I'm trying to say is essentially that for this playthrough, especially given the open world aspect of it, and friend, what are you looking for there? And what everyone has, hinted at is just like a significant time investment, and with some things I have going on in my life right now, and again, I'll get into all of that over the course of the playthrough. There are some episodes where it might just have to end unceremoniously, so as not to stretch out recording sessions over multiple days. Were you saying something? Sounded like he was saying something. So yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to just walk by, but it looks like that's not happening. Oh, are we friends? No? Oh. Okay. Yeah, so in other words, enough messing around. I really have to get through this, so I'm going to stop practicing my parrying. It's enough. Wow, this is the first time in a Souls game I've really felt that there's actual shrubbery. And it's kind of frightening because you don't really know what's under there. I suppose in things betwixt in Dark Souls 2 there was a bit of that, but nothing really in the shrubbery that really created any sense of tension whatsoever. So, long story short, this episode might end in an awkward place, and I apologize for that, simply because, I might have to go and pick up our car soon, and then I have to go pick up my wife from work. She doesn't work. Very fortunate, both of us, in that, well, I'm still unfortunately looking for work. Again, I'll update you all on everything over the course of the playthrough, but been looking for work, and I think I might have a job, but I need to wait another week and a half to hear back. That statue looks like it's significant for some reason. So yeah, but we're both relatively fortunate in that we've largely been able to work from home and avoid the worst of the pandemic and everything that's happening. So but my wife has been going into the office once a week. And I've been doing my best to drive her to and fro just because she doesn't have her license yet. So I'd rather she stay safe as best as possible. Which means, having to... Oh. Okay, it looks like we've reached the boss. So what the heck is this then? I don't want to hit it, but... Okay, it's nothing. So in other words, again, if this episode ends in an awkward spot, I apologize. This has been me mostly just, becoming oriented to the game, familiarizing myself with the world as best as possible, creating our character, and it's been almost 3 years, in fact, since I've done a blind playthrough. The last one I did was Sekiro, which was in late 2019, or mid to late 2019, so... It's going to be a long run, and this is just the first episode. And I'm very grateful for each of you, that each of you are here with me, and I hope you're enjoying thus far and that you continue to enjoy going forward. So let's traverse the mist. Silly me, because of all my practicing with the parrying, I now only have 2 flasks left. The Soldier of Godrick. He's got some iframes, clearly. He's two-handing, so I don't think I can parry him. Okay, definitely a tutorial boss. Enemy felled. So, does that spawn a Site of Grace? Oh, try parrying. So you can parry, unless that person's just trolling. Try two-handing, okay. Okay, so there's 2 exits. We came in there. One here. Unless this is just... No, that's where we came in. So what's over here? Oh, nothing. This is the crack in the wall that we saw. So there's actually just 1 exit. Lots of bloodstains here, surprisingly. Oh, so we're right back to where we were. Okay, so that really is just the tutorial area. So you know what? After all of that, I spent like 5 to 10 minutes basically... Spent 5 to 10 minutes trying to get out. Oh, you know, this episode might end in a good place. I apologize for that. But actually, this is a pretty logical ending point right here. New strength. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out where our gestures are. Do we have to just... Oh, so I guess that's the advantage to using the... That's definitely the advantage of using the gesture system or the motion controls, because I want to say that this is probably the only way to do gestures, so... What? What?
Hey!
Okay, that's amazing. Hey! Hey! Okay, point up, beckon, warm welcome, strength, jump for joy, wave, bow. Okay, well, yeah, it's going to be awkward with me talking over the hey, and also the fact that I use the wave to say goodbye as well in my playthroughs, but yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it, I suppose. Yeah, well, okay, I've quite enjoyed this playthrough thus far. It's only the first episode. We spent a ton of time in character creation and doing other things, not explicitly playing the game. But yeah, I really enjoyed going through the tutorial area, and I cannot wait to see what's next. I really hope that you will be there with me and that you enjoy the ride as well. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, I pressed the screenshot button. That's going to take some getting used to. Hi.
Hey.
Bye-bye.